This is the type of golf that I like I mentioned before. Shaping shots and hitting lines. Wow, that was a great drive actually. What's going on everybody? Kelly, and I'm bringing you a brand new video today. So today we're actually going to be playing the back nine out here at Independence Lake. If you haven't checked out the front nine yet, I'll make sure to link that up in the cards above. I will let you know that we had a pretty good round actually. Going into this back nine, we're actually going to be one down. We had a lot of opportunities on that front nine to get some birdies actually. We ended up with only one bogey, couple birdies, and an amazing approach shot that you'll definitely want to check out. We're gonna head into hole 10 here though and see how well we can actually shoot out here at Independence Lake. Hopefully we can stay around the negative or even the even mark. I know this back nine is a little bit more difficult than the front nine is, but either way, we're gonna have a great time out here, and thanks again for tuning in. Hole 10 is going to be 302 feet, par 3. You're gonna be able to slightly see the basket, the orange down there. So you're gonna want something off to this right side here. Give it a ton of height actually and have something finish off towards the basket. I'm gonna take my stable Metal Flake T-Bird 3 here. A little short, a little bit too much hyzer on that. We're gonna be tucked into one of the trees up there. It's gonna be an awkward look at the basket. I wanna thank you all so much for tuning in here today and hanging out with me on this back nine out here at Independence Lake. Man, this course, I love this course so much. If I could play this one every single weekend, if I still lived up here in Michigan, I definitely would. I remember at one point in time, me and my buddy were playing this course almost every weekend. We were actually getting ready for a tournament out here, so we were playing it almost every weekend. Really cool course because they have two 18s. The front nine and the back nine here are actually pretty new here, pretty new holes actually. So we're playing the newer set of 18 holes out here at Independence Lake. I like this one better than the, I believe you would call that the original 18, but we're gonna see where we ended up in this tree and see what the situation is looking at the basket here on hole 10 and hopefully get up and down for a par. There we go. 11, par 3, 257 feet. You're gonna want something to push out straight. Basket is going to see where that orange flag is right there. I'm gonna go with the Firebird here. Forehand, just put something pretty straight out there, have a little bit of finish at the end, and hopefully get up the hill so we can have a look at the birdie. Came up a little short, but we should have a look at the basket. Oh, I'm actually up in Michigan just for the next couple days here, playing some courses, filming some YouTube videos, and just hanging out with family and friends. I love coming back up here and enjoying the time that I spent with all my buddies, my family, playing disc golf up here. I'm super biased when it comes to playing disc golf and choosing courses or what states I like playing in the best. Michigan is by far my favorite disc golf. I don't know what it is about it. It's super nice. So many different options out here. So many really, really good courses, well maintained. Obviously, Ohio and Kentucky have good courses as well, but I'm always going to be biased to Michigan disc golf. We're going to see where we ended up and hopefully pick up our first birdie here on the back nine. There we go. Really stoked to pick up a birdie early on here on this back nine. That's actually going to put us 2 down through 11 holes now, so not too bad. I know the best that I've ever shot out here through 36 playing both 18s was +3. I'll have to look back and see what we actually shot through this 18 holes on the Red Hawk West is what they call it out here. But either way, I'm super stoked on 2 down so far. 12, 306 feet. I also like here at Independence that they put the elevation change, so it's 5 feet down. Actually, I'm gonna show you the basket. This is a super demanding tee shot, as you can see so far. Tee pad right here. You have to either pick this left side gap or the right side gap, and the basket is going to be down this way. You can slightly see it there. So I'm actually gonna go with the left side gap here and go with the forehand. I'm gonna pump the DD3 down there. Just put it out there on this left side, hit this initial gap, and have something open. It's pretty open in the fairway out there, so if we get close, we'll have a definite look at a birdie. Wow, that was a great drive actually. I think I actually went past the basket. So I don't know if I'm just really pumped to be back in Michigan or if I'm actually just playing really well. Either way, this has probably been one of the better rounds that I've had so far on the channel, I feel like, and even this year. Everything off the tee is feeling really good. I always talk about making sure that we're getting off the tee and putting ourselves in a position to actually get up and down for easy birdies or easy pars. So really stoked on that drive. We're gonna take a look how close we actually came to the basket or how far we pushed past it. But either way, great drive. So we did actually end up a little bit past the basket, but we're gonna give this thing a run and try and get this birdie here. There we go. Just snuck that putt over there, but we'll take it and we'll take that birdie. So as of right now, we're actually 2 down through the first 3 holes and a total of 3 down through the first 12 holes here at Independence Lake. Really stoked on that. I'm really hoping that we can keep this up and maybe even get towards that double-digit number that we're looking for. We're gonna take a look at hole 13 here and the demanding tee shot that it has. Team par 3, 286 feet. This is probably one of the more demanding tee shots on the course. You're gonna see the basket right there. You're gonna have to miss all of those initial trees to even come close to the basket. I'm gonna take my F5 here. We're gonna have to get something super sneaky through here to even have a look at a birdie. Man, that was looking really good if it didn't hit that tree. So we ended up kicking off that tree. Our disc is actually just right there, and then the basket is just gonna be slightly uphill right there. Gonna have a pretty weird approach at this. There we go, that's a huge par save actually. We had a really awkward approach shot after that unfortunate tree kick on the drive there, but either way we picked up the par. We're gonna move on to hole 14, still being 3 down. So let's see what we can do here on this next hole. Hole 14 is gonna be a par 3, 254 feet, tight tunnel gap that you have to hit here. Basket's gonna be tucked just off to the right side, as you can see. Gonna take the Andrew Marweed Firebird here, hit this initial gap, and hopefully have something end up really close to the basket. A little shorter than I would like, but at least we hit that gap there and didn't end up in that OB. This type of hole that you just saw me drive on here, this is the type of golf that I like I mentioned before. Shaping shots and hitting lines. That's the type of golf that I like to play. That's a lot of what Michigan golf is, unless you're playing like toboggan or something like that. But a lot of the courses around here are courses just like this. Obviously, there's slight variations in every course that you're gonna go to, but I cannot say it enough. Michigan golf is some of my favorite. There we go, big birdie there. Hole 15, it's gonna be 312 feet. You're gonna wanna hit this gap that I'm zooming in on right here. And then the basket is actually just going to be right down there. So I'm actually going to take the S-Line DD3 here, go off this left gap, push pretty far and have something fade right at the end, right towards the basket. As long as you hit this initial gap here, you're gonna be out in the open. Shorter than I would have liked it to be, but we hit the gap and we're gonna have a jump putt look at the birdie. So I was actually reading some of the reviews before playing out here today, and I think a lot of people just aren't used to the layout being different here. I absolutely love the layout on this side of the course. Actually, I know some people were saying like it's some of the tee shots are actually some like what they call poke and pray, just hope you get through the initial gap. But I think that's what makes this place fun, is you have to hit lines and shape shots, which in the long run is going to make you a better disc golfer when you're out playing more open holes and things like that. So I love this place. I highly recommend it. We're gonna see where we ended up and see if we can hit a jump putt here for a birdie. I think I'm like right on the edge of the circle here, just to be safe. I don't think I'm gonna jump putt this one. Off the top of the 15 there. (16) 264 feet, par 3. This one is super interesting. You're gonna have a tight tunnel gap to hit here. Then you're gonna see the basket tucked up the hill right there. I'm gonna take the Firebird here on a forehand. Just hopefully have something pump out of this gap and end up near the basket. Gonna be short, but we'll have a look at the basket. On this type of shot that you saw me just throw, I would more than likely want to start throwing a backhand turnover, actually, with maybe like a flippy mid or even a fairway driver, just to make sure that we get it there. I'm not super comfortable with that shot, actually, so that's why you saw me go with the forehand, just to make sure that we get out of that gap. We're gonna have a look at the basket, but it's gonna be an awkward stance to try and hit this birdie. Super awkward lie to try and hit that jump putt there. I'll take the par on that one. I needed to get a little bit further actually up on the drive and have a better look at the basket, but we'll take the par heading into hole 17 here. Hole 17, par 3, 218 feet. You want to hit this tight tunnel gap here. Basket's going to be tucked just in there slightly. I'm going to take the 750 A3 here, put this thing on a nice forehand line. Hopefully end up with a birdie here on this hole. Ooh, 2 bad tree kicks there actually. Gonna be off in the right rough here. I'm gonna jump putt this thing through this tiny gap right here. Hopefully we hit it. Dang, that was a pretty good run actually. Hole 18 and the final hole here at Independence Lake is going to be 330 feet, par 3. You're going to see the basket slightly to the right over there. There we go. I'm going to take the S-Line DD3 here, pump something out, just pretty straight. Slipped on the tee pad a little bit there, didn't get the distance. We should have an open look at the par. I apologize, there's lawnmowers in the background right now. We'll end with the par. That is going to conclude the back 9 out here at Independence Lake. I had an amazing time out here today. Absolutely love this course. We actually ended up shooting 4 down through the full 18, which I am super stoked on, to actually end up in the negative scores here and not be positive actually. Really stoked with how we got off the tee here today. Really good putting as well. Obviously we can shoot better here in the future. We actually didn't take any bogeys on this back 9. But I want to thank you all so much for tuning in here today and hanging out with me. Make sure that you leave a like down on the video. Make sure you comment down below and tell me what you thought about the whole 18 out here at Independence Lake, and make sure that you hit that subscribe button because we are going to be bringing you more videos here in Michigan, and we will see you in the next one.